Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Blu-ray Hunter. I'm the Blu-ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and I've got a fun show for you guys. So, let me move over my soda real quick. Um, we are gonna do a fun one. We're gonna do a collection uh update. I'm gonna show all the movies I have from Kino Lorber. Kino Lorber is one of my favorite. Criterion's first. This is my second favorite, I guess, of my boutique labels, and I have not as many Criterion. I think I have over 100 Criterion. I have almost 50. I think I have 48 total. The 28 Blu-rays and uh was it 20 4Ks. And so we're going to get into that, but we're going to start with my Blu-rays. So let's start with the Blu-rays and we're going to do alphabetical order. So first off is Adventures of Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother. Don't know why. Mm, 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 ah, mm. I don't know. I don't know when the thing comes. But anyway, here we go. So Adventures of, and I've seen this movie, so I'm gonna actually talk about a little bit about each one of these if I've seen it or not. So I have seen this movie and it's okay. I think I did a review of it for the show. By the way, Rocky is sitting right next to me, heart curled up. You probably can't see him. You might sort of see him. He's kind of curled up. That's why I kind of have it like this. Um, but yes, Adventures of Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother. Um, it's just okay. It's an okay movie. I will keep it forever. I'll keep all of my movies, all of my Kino Lorber movies. Shh. Uh, my dog is barking. I don't know why. Hush, hush, hush. Okay. All right. So next is Barton Fink, which I saw years ago, but I haven't seen it on the Kino Lorber Blu-ray yet. I'm definitely gonna check this out though soon enough. Maybe do a review from here. Another movie I've not seen yet is The Birthday Party, but I've been kind of wanting to see it. It's got Robert Shaw and it's done by William Friedkin. So I'm interested in checking it out, but just haven't had the opportunity to watch it yet. It does have an interview with William Friedkin, so that's awesome. After that is Breaking In. I just bought this. So one of the big things, the reason I picked this is because I just went to the Kino Lorber sale and or other stuff, and I bought this off of eBay because I knew I was close to 30 and I wanted to get up there. And so yeah. Breaking In, it is it's what is it? Burt Reynolds, and it's written by John Sayles, directed by Bill Forsyth. If you know Indie Film Cafe or show that we God, what's going on? Oh, what makes that go? Um, anywho, if you Bill Forsyth did Local Hero, which we did for uh was it Criterion Watch. We also did another movie of his for Film Freaks, and then yeah, Comfort and Joy for Film Freaks, and then John Sayles we did Mate One and Lone Star, and Lone Star I bought on Criterion, so very cool. That's Breaking In. I want to see it. I haven't had the opportunity to watch it yet. Next is Cabin Boy that I remember I remember watching it years ago, but I don't remember. And it's got a lot of stuff if you look at the back. Got a lot of special features. So, including commentary and interviews and newly commissioned art. Oh, does that mean it's got reversible art? Nope. Newly commissioned art. So I guess this is newly commissioned. I kind of like the old school like movies that are on the VHS, the posters that are on the VHS. So wish they would have kept that. Maybe reversible art. Covered Wagon, I have not seen. But I'm kind of interested in seeing it. It's got some commentary and some other stuff on it. It's a James Cruise production. I think he's the director too. Um, I think James Cruz also did another movie that's in my Blu-ray list. We'll get that till later. The Favor, which I reviewed for Blu-ray Hunter Reviews, it's pretty good. It's not bad. Like it's cute. It's got good moments. It's not the greatest movie of all time, but it's not the worst or whatever. Ha, also reviewed this for Blu-ray Hunter Reviews. Firebirds. This was just goofy and silly and fun. I liked it. It's Top Gun with Nick Cage. Next is Gotcha. Um, I was so excited about this movie, and I wish it stayed more with the paintball stuff. I think that would have been more fun. Um, Paintball stuff with the espionage stuff would be even more fun. You know, like if that's how he's defending himself is with paintballs all the time, that would have been hilarious and fun and enjoyable. But it was okay. It wasn't bad. It's got audio commentary by the director and audio commentary by entertainment journalist and author Brian Reisman. So if anything, it's really cool to have for a lot of that stuff. I always like Kino Lorber because they have the commentaries and special features that I'm like interested in. So, but they didn't have much on here except for a making of for Hope Springs, another movie I liked, but didn't like it as much as I thought I would. It was okay. It was cute. It had Heather Graham, Minnie Driver, and Colin Firth, but it was okay. I did a review of that too, I believe. Next is The Lady from Shanghai, one of my first of my Orson Welles movies. I have more Orson Welles movies, I think, on Criterion, but I've got a few on here, I think, as well in Kino. But I want to see this. I haven't seen it yet. I'm planning to do like maybe like an Orson Welles-a-thon thing where I review a bunch of his movies in a row. But I just haven't had the opportunity to do so. I've been really busy with a lot of stuff. And then Laws of Gravity, which I remember hearing about this movie back in the day. Um, when I found Kevin Smith's book, there's a book that he was in called like Spike, Mike, Slackers, and Dykes. And it was about uh what is it? It was about independent films being made that went to Sundance or whatever and stuff like that. Laws of Gravity was one of the ones they discussed and the budget and all this other stuff. And Nick Gomez ended up doing a lot of TV after that. This is a movie I can't find the freaking movie, so I gotta buy it again just to replace the DVD disc or the Blu-ray disc. But it's Lifeboat. I fucking love this movie, by the way. Amazing. It's one of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movies. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. It does have a audio commentary with film historian Tim Lucas and audio commentary by film professor Drew Casper. I gotta get it again. Life with Mikey. I remember as a kid, I absolutely loved this movie, and as an adult, I still absolutely love this movie. I think the ending, like the last act, is pretty subpar and boring, but like the rest of the movie is so great and fun, and Michael J. Fox is just nice and sweet in that movie. After that is these are alphabetical order, by the way, so if you haven't noticed. The Lost Weekend, Ray Milland movie. I had so wanted to see this movie, so I bought it from Masters of Cinema, and then I realized I didn't have a my 4K player doesn't play uh, different regions and stuff. So I had to buy this because I wanted to see it so badly. And I bought it and I watched it and I reviewed it and I love it. It's pretty good. Pretty good movie. Man on the Moon, one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. I absolutely adore this film, and Jim Carrey just does such a great job as Andy Kaufman, and it's a movie that I treasure all the time and will watch. So it's got audio commentary by the two writers and moderated by film historian Howard Berger. It's got a conversation with the writers talking with the director. And it's also got like a making of and two REM music videos. So I definitely say check it out if you haven't seen that movie yet. Moving Violations, which has an audio commentary by the writer director Neil Israel, and I remember listening to a few of it, to a little bit of it, and really liking what he was saying. Some interesting stuff. I definitely recommend this movie. It's fun, especially if you like the police academy stuff like that. It's kind of like police academy for traffic school. My boyfriend's back. I remember I bought this on DVD, not realizing it was actually on Blu-ray. And then I bought the Blu-ray of it and was like, oh, gotta have it. I still gotta buy the Blu-ray for the Kino Lorber Blu-ray for what's the other one? Um My Father the Hero. But my boyfriend's back. I really had a fun time with. It's just cheesy, it's silly, it's fun. It does have reversible art. So it's got that art or that art. And I like that art. That's my favorite. So that's what we're going with. Um, some of these do have reversible art and some don't. There you go. That was great. Another one of my movies that I got, Newport South. It's a uh sort of it's students versus faculty. I think it's got a little bit of like rebellion against it's sort of school shooting sort of thing, but without being like a school shooter movie. It's like the kids are taking over and everything. Nobody big in it except I know the name Will Estes, and Gabriel Mann I know, but I know of I don't everybody else I'm not familiar with. Um, and sadly it doesn't have any special features. Next is New Year's Evil, which does have like an audio commentary by director Emmett Alston, moderated by Code Reds, Bill Banana Man Olson. This is a Kino Lorber release. I love it. It's really fun. Um, it's also got the making of and newly commissioned art. It doesn't have reversible art. It does. Let's see that one or this one. I like this one. I think this one we keep. I'm gonna be reviewing this for Horror Film Lovers YouTube page right at New Year's Eve. I'm gonna upload that. I'm gonna do a review of it, upload it, and then I'm gonna do New Year another New Year's Day horror film. So there you go. Oh man, with the slip, Night Gallery season one. So there you go. I've only got season one. I don't have any of the other seasons yet. They're very, very expensive. So I think they're out of print. I spent a lot just to get this one, but it was well worth it because this is says well audio commentary on a bunch of the episodes. So one, two, three, four, five, six. So like six commentary tracks. Sounds like there's six episodes in it. Um, but it's got the one with like a couple directed by like Steven Spielberg. So really wanted to own that. I keep forgetting this is Kino Lorber. No, this isn't Kino Lorber. Why is this in this section? Ooh. Okay. So No Retreat, No Surrender. All right. This is a classic movie. No, it doesn't have that, but it's got you know, it's got the Russian. Um, it's also got a 94-minute international cut, interview with Kurt McKinney, and audio commentary by the writer Keith R. Stanberg. So I gotta check that out at some point. Maybe I'll watch that sometime this week. Another movie I'm really excited about that was like The Covered Wagon, directed by the same guy. Old Ironsides, which is like a pirate movie. I love those. And it's a black and white pirate movie. James Cruise directed the film. Wallace Berry is in it. Um, yeah, it looks really good. Kind of wish my mom had passed away this year. I wish that I had gotten a chance to watch that with her. It's a silent film. Stone Cold, which we did for, has it come out yet? I don't even know if it's come out yet. Oh, fuck it. You know what? If you're watching this in November, and I think it's maybe it's already come out. I think it's already come out. But Stone Cold was done by for Indie Film Cafe. We reviewed it. Which is surprising because it's not really a indie film, but we did it anyway because it's a B movie. And sometimes we let our B movies and indie movies kind of come together. All right, so next is another Orson Welles movie called The Stranger. Um, Once again, I have not seen this movie. It's a Kino Classics line, and I don't have all of those or anything. But it looks cute. The Library of Congress, it's a old movie. Obviously. It's got a bunch of features like audio commentary and death mills and informational film on the Nazi death camps. Orson Welles' wartime radio broadcast, for complete programs. One is Almeida, Eyes on Canada, War Workers, Brazil, and Bikini Atomic Tests. Orson Welles commentaries. So cool. Try not to let this fall. All right, two left of my Blu-rays. Unstrung Heroes. That stars Andy McDowell, John Turturro, and Michael Richards. I don't know if I did a review of this or not. I think I did. I liked it. I thought it was cute, but it wasn't a great movie. It's not something I want to watch over and over and over and over like all the time. But, maybe if I'm bored or something, I will take a look at it. So, I want to rewatch it. I don't know. We'll see. Another movie we did for Film Freaks, I want to say. I think it was Film Freaks. Was The Warlord. And Paul had me watch it, and I really, really liked it. And then we listened to the commentary on this. This is before I even started buying Kino Lorber films. Didn't even know what these were really, and stuff. So we listened to some of the commentary, and it was pretty good. It was just, I think the guy was a little dry for us necessarily. I don't know. We it he kind of went on and on about stuff. I don't know. Anyway, but definitely recommend checking out The Warlord if you haven't seen it already. It's pretty damn good, and it's got Charlton Heston and Richard Boone, Rosemary Forsyth, Guy Stockwell, um, James Ferrantino, and it's directed by Franklin Schaffner. I'm not sure who that is exactly, but sounds famous. So, yeah. All right, moving on to my 4K. So, interestingly enough, we're gonna do our alphabetical order for the movies um without what is it, covers, slip covers, and then the ones with slip covers. So, ah, let's see here. Jeez, why is it like that? All right, ready for this. So the first one off is Face Off, starring John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. Um, I remember as like when it first came out, I loved it. I need to rewatch it. I thought it was really silly and fun. Next is The Great Escape, which I own on Blu-ray but never watched it. And so I was like, well, I'll buy the 4K of it. I think you get a Blu-ray with it. It's got the special features. I wonder if it's also got the Blu-ray movie of it or two, but there's a lot of special features on there, so definitely worth checking out. It's a classic, and I kind of want to check it out at some point. Kindergarten Cop, also a classic, but I've seen this like a dozen times. I love it. I need to watch it more. It is not a tumor. That's the most famous line in the movie. Next is a movie called Marathon Man, which I just bought. These are movies I just got from the sale too, I think. Let's see. Kindergarten Cop, all of these I got from the 50% off sale. So Marathon Man is really, really good. I remember watching this movie and mainly watched it because William Goldman wrote it. and everything. And I read his whole like making of in one of his books about it, and I thought it was really great. So then after that, after Marathon Man is Monster Squad. Monster Squad is I saw this movie years ago and haven't watched it in a while, but I've met the girl from it, Ashley Bank. I think she's wonderful. It's Fred Decker. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. It's basically kids going out fighting Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, uh and they even have that Wolfman's got nards bit in it and stuff. And what is it? I don't know. I think it's basically the Gill Man from, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Next is a classic, Silence of the Lambs. If you haven't seen this movie, you're missing out. Very classic film. I want to rewatch it for horror film lovers at some point. And that one has a bunch of stuff. Commentary by film historian Tim Lucas, Inside the Labyrinth documentary, page to screen documentary, original 1991 featurette, and a bunch of other stuff. So stacked with stuff. All right. Next is another movie that I absolutely adore, and that's Spaceballs. It's a classic. It's one of my favorite Mel Brooks movies. One of my favorites. Might be my favorite. I don't know. It's up there. That and Young Frankenstein are probably my two favorite. So I really, really love this movie, and yeah, it's got the commentary by Mel Brooks. So it's not new. It's an old commentary track. Force Yourself featurette. Spaceballs, the documentary, in conversation with Mel Brooks and co-writer Thomas Meehan, John Candy, comic spirit, and you can watch Spaceballs in ludicrous speed. So there you go. The last of my non uh slip covers is To Live and Die in LA, also directed by William Friedkin. So this is a classic film from what I've understood. I have not seen it. I do plan on watching it. Probably doing a review of it at some point. I don't think I've included it into Film Freaks yet or anything, unless Paul plans to do that. And then that'll be that. But yeah, there's commentary by William Friedkin. There's taking a chance interview with that actor William Peterson. There's just a bunch of really cool stuff. So I would definitely suggest buying that. It was pretty cool. All right, so here are the slipcovers ones. So first off is 3 Days of the Condor, which I just did an review of. You can check that out. It's really good. I love this movie. I thought it was fantastic. 5 stars. Just such a great movie. Another movie, I don't know if I gave it 5 stars, but I should have. 12 Angry Men. I love this movie. This movie is really, really good. Just I was gonna say a lot of fun, but it's not really fun. It's just really, really good, really well directed. And interestingly enough, to go with William Friedkin, it's got the 12 Angry Men remake that was done by William Friedkin. But this is done by, I think I want to say Sidney Lumet. Sidney Lumet directed this movie. And I want to collect all the Sidney Lumet movies I can. So next, just like I want to collect all the William Friedkin. Next is a little movie called The Apartment. I also absolutely love this movie, but I also love Billy Wilder. I think he is a really great director. This is well worth it. It's got both the 4K and the Blu-ray. And it's also got inside the apartment documentary, Magic Time, the art of Jack Lemmon, and audio commentaries by a bunch of by Joseph McBride, and audio commentary by Bruce Black. There you go. I don't know why that was in the one. If that was actually, it did have a slipcover. I just think I lost it. Another one is Bad Lieutenant. I have not seen this movie yet. Oops. Words. Bad Lieutenant. I have not seen this yet, but I've been wanting to. It's got audio commentary by director Abel Ferreira and cinematographer Ken Kelsch, a making of and locations of and stuff like that. So Really well done movie from what I've understood. Once again, another one I want to review at some point. Classic that I did see before I bought this, but I loved it is Cujo, the one of the only movies where I want the dog to die. Usually I do not want the dog to die, but in this movie, I just want him out of pain. There's a couple movies like that, Man's Best Friend, and anyone where the dogs are attacking people, I kind of just want them out of the pain that they're in right then. Because when dogs do that, when dogs are like attacking people and stuff like that, it's because they have rabies or something along that line. And this has a nice little slip. So definitely recommend this film if you haven't seen it. It's a lot of it's a pretty fun movie. Uh, in the heat of the night, I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about this movie. But I absolutely did love it. It is a great, great movie. It is very. I also have Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, which kind of like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner a little bit more. Um, but I really, really like this movie. It's also got the sequels. They Call Me Mr. Tibbs and The Organization. It's the finale. And then it's got a bunch of commentary. And it's got the making of the movie making in the 60s and things like that featurette. So that's pretty cool. Next is The Longest Yard. This is the Burt Reynolds movie, not the Adam Sandler movie. The Burt Reynolds is in that one. This is the more serious movie, and I have not seen it. I have not seen it yet. I kind of do want to watch it at some point. Maybe once again I'll uh, do a review of it. It does have audio commentary by star Burt Reynolds and writer-producer Albert S. Ruddy, so that's pretty cool. And audio commentary by film critics Elaine Silver, and James Ursini, authors of Whatever Happened to Robert Aldrich and His Life and His Films. Robert Aldrich, I guess he directed this film, so they talk about the making of it or whatever. So it's pretty cool. Another movie that I'm gonna be doing the commentary or the review for, but I haven't done it yet. But by the time this comes out, it already will be out. The Manchurian Candidate. Manchurian Candidate was really good. This is the Frank Sinatra Manchurian Candidate, and it is freaking amazing. John Frankenheimer directed it, and he does commentary. Um, It's also there's interviews with Frank Sinatra, John Frankenheimer, and screenwriter George Axelrod. It's interviewer with Angela Lansbury that's on the Blu-ray, and a How to Get Shot outtake. Um, a little solitaire interview with filmmaker. Why does William Friedkin keep popping up? William Friedkin, filmmaker William Friedkin. I guess about this movie, about his like love for this movie. So that's pretty cool. Angela Lansbury is just fantastic in it. Murder on the Orient Express. If you haven't seen this, I've heard really good things. I haven't seen it yet. Huge star cast, including Albert Finney, Lauren Bacall, Martin Balsam, uh, Ingrid Bergman, Jacqueline Bisset, Jean-Pierre Cassel, Sean Connery. This is in alphabetical. John Gielgud, uh, Wendy Hiller, Anthony Perkins, Vanessa Redgraves, Rachel Roberts, Richard Widmark, and Michael York. Um, man, I wonder who played. So it's directed by. It's directed by Sidney Lumet. But who played the? Um, Albert Finney is Hercule Poirot. So Hercule Poirot. So I'm like really excited to check this out. It's Agatha Christie, I believe, that wrote the original. Yeah, Agatha Christie. And my mom used to be a really big Agatha Christie reader and stuff. So fantastic. Next is Prime Cut. This is Lee Marvin, Gene Hackman, and Sissy Spacek. Once again, another movie I want to review. Looks really, really good. That's got audio commentary by Lee Marvin biographer Dwayne Epstein and by film historian Steve Mitchell and Nathaniel Thompson. What does Murder on the Orient Express have? Audio commentary by historians Howard S. Berger, Steve Mitchell, and Nathaniel Thompson. A lot of the same people. Making of, yeah. So cool stuff like that. Serpico? Serpico. This is a classic. I do believe I have seen this. But it's been a while. Uh yeah, I've seen this. Who directed this? S- Wow, Sidney Lumet. Who directed Prime Cut? Michael Ritchie. Sidney Lumet, man. Sidney Lumet and William Freakin are my people I'm buying all their movies. I'm not even realizing it. Um, do you remember seeing this? I thought it was really, really well done. It was the idea that like Al Pacino played like this cop who sort of it says a true story of a New York policeman who discovers that honesty is not expected to be part of his job. He basically does not want to be honest and he wants to be honest. He wants to be honest about the about what he's doing, and the thing is it says many of his fellow officers consider him the most dangerous man alive, an honest cop. So that was the big thing. Kind of reminds me of like Prince of the City, which we did for Film Freaks, where you can't be honest, you can't talk about that stuff because you can get basically killed for turning in your fellow cops and everything. And um this is, I guess based on a true story. I did not know that. So very cool. Um, yeah, 12 Angry Men and director and all this stuff. Like, wow, that's awesome. I love this. So this was great to have. And last, but definitely not least, this thing cost me a pretty penny to get because it's out of print, is the Touch of Evil. So it cost like 35 bucks or something. And that was on a sale thing I got. So I was lucky. But it's got three versions of the film. Reconstructed version, which is a re-edited in 1998, theatrical version, which is the film that was seen by US audiences, and a preview version created prior to the theatrical version. This cut is the film incorporates some of Orson Welles' request and was rediscovered by Universal in 1976. And it's got Bringing Evil to Life, five feature commentaries, one including Charlton Heston and Janet Leigh, and then two newly recorded ones by film historians Tim Lucas and Imogen Sarah Smith. I think some other ones. I think there's two other commentary tracks. So again, amazing. So that's yeah, wow. So that's I think 27 Blu-rays and I thought 28. I have to recount it because I did see that I added something that was not. I'll show you what it is. This is not a Kino movie. This is a Scream Factory, and don't know why it was mixed in with that just by accident. And it's Ninja 3, the domination. I was like, wait, Kino put that out? No, Scream Factory put it out. Um, but it was that's what I have so far. I'm gonna be buying, I think three more, two, three more, whichever I have to do to get it to 30. I'm very weird. I like it if I can get something to 30, and I liked it to be like even numbers sort of thing. Don't like 27 or 28 or whatever. I want to get it to 30. So I'll buy a couple more. But I don't need to buy any more Blu-rays until or 4Ks until next year. So I think I'm gonna at least try to get 10 more 4Ks, and then um I'm not gonna probably gonna try to get 10 more Blu-rays as well. I want to get it up to 50 at some point, but I don't think I can get 20 something done, 20 of them bought this next year. Maybe I can. I don't know. We'll see how many sales are on there. And the funny thing is I'm trying to find movies that like um like the Warlord probably won't get a 4K upgrade, even though it probably should. So things like that. Um, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be back with more collection hauls next. I think I'm doing Criterion next month to update you guys on all the Criterion films I have, and to also to recount and to get see what I have of those. So until then, everybody, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Still trying to get the thumb to just I don't know. I don't know where when I don't want the thumb to pop up on this thing, it pops up. When I do, it doesn't do it for me. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you later. Bye.